Artio here. Welcome to another new album review. Today we'll be looking at the new album from Ghost, Impera. This was released on the 11th of March 2022 and it's pretty good. It's a fifth album. It's sort of Tobias Forge is your main man, and he said this album came out of reading the book of the Rules of the Empires by Timothy Parsons. So it's all based around them books. There's those who built them, those who endured them, and why they always fall. Bit like a bit of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy books. Okay, as usual, they don't go into their names. There's no names on here. Well, we know that Papa Emrys IV is Tobias Forge, and then as usual, it's got a group of nameless ghouls. And I was watching on Sea of Tranquility. And when Pete Pardo and Sidney Taylor reviewed it, and Pete come up with a good point. No one knows who these musicians are. They could be some well-known ones, and one day we will find out, and we'll go, this is absolutely right. We don't know who they are, but we know one guitarist on here, and that's Fredrik Alkeson, the guitarist from Opeth, a band that we are featuring on the channel at some stage, and you can tell what tracks he's played on. So let's have a look at these tracks. The first track is Imperium. As normal on a Ghost album, you have this introduction piece. This is no different. We've got acoustic guitars, electric guitars, bit of choral and all that, and it's nice. I like it. Then it goes into a track called Kyra Sun. Oh, this is great. Love the twin guitar on this. So I reckon we got Fredrik Alkeson playing on this. The drumming is awesome. I don't know who that drummer is, but boy can he play the drums. It's a very catchy tune, like most of Ghost's tunes are. They're very catchy and got good hooks. And Tobias' vocals sound absolutely brilliant on that. Brilliant track. Then we get Spillways. Oh, this is my favourite track. Just love that piano at the beginning. The driving hooks. It's very glam rocky. You just cannot say, oh, that's alright. It's just a great track. It's my favourite one. I love that track. Call Me Little Sunshine. The bass line in this is brilliant. When you listen to it, you can feel if you listen to it through the headphones, you can feel the bass coming up through your chest. It's got some strong riffs. It is an absolute belter of a track. Hunter's Moon. This is an operatic choral sort of thing, very dramatic, atmospheric, brilliant stuff. Watcher in the Sky, great metal. This is. It's one of the heaviest songs on the album. Love that bass line and the riffs. Drums are brilliant. It's an awesome track. It's just full of energy. Dominant. It's one of them sort of short bits from Ghost. Dramatic, brass, choral, all thrown into a minute and 22. Really good. And then we get Twenties. This is the heaviest track on here. This is more heavy progressive metal than rock, and I love it. Great vocal. Rude words in it, but who cares? We're all adults. Love it. Great track. Darkness of the Heart of My Love. This is more of a power ballad, but I do like Ghost's power ballads. They're put together so brilliantly, and Tobias is so clinical on here. Brilliant stuff. Griftwood, another solid track. classic sounding Ghost, very catchy, great hooks, some great guitar work. Love that track as well. Bite of Passage. This is 31 seconds of eeriness and dramaticness from Ghost. The last track on the album is Respite on the Spitalfields. My God, what a track! The bass line just blows your ear holes up. The riffs are strong, powerful. The guitar solos are just out the top drawer, and Tobias vocals are brilliant. This is probably one of the best albums that Ghost's ever done. It's one of the heaviest. But what it's a typical album. It's quite long, but you don't know you're listening to it because they're very short, sharp tracks, and it's an addictive album. This is. I've put it on loads of times. I just love listening to this, especially Spillways. It's the best thing they've done, I think. That track, absolutely brilliant. I'm not going to be too surprised if this is not featuring in my top 10 albums at the end of the year. I think it'll be quite high because I think this is a great album. Really enjoyed this one. So if you haven't heard it, go and check it out, or go and check out Ghost as well. There is a album ranking of Ghost, so if you've never really heard of Ghost, go and check that out, and check this one out. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 9 out of 10. That's how good I think it is. There's been some really good albums so far this year, and we're only just into April. So if this is the first part of the year, what are we going to be like when it comes to November? My job will be hard if we've got all these solid albums coming out. We've got some good albums coming out this year. So that's it for this week. It's been a trying week for me with my poor old throat and tongue, but it's definitely on the mend now. Can eat properly, which is a good thing. So I'll be back on Monday, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And what we got for you Monday? Well, we're going to do a bit of prog. We're going to do a new prog band that have only been around in the last 10 years or so. And they're from Holland, and they are called Sky Architect. The only reason I come across these is because the artwork is done by the brilliant Mr. Mark Wilkinson. I was doing that show of the album artwork of Mark Wilkinson, and I thought, oh, these look good. So I thought, I'll have a listen to them. And I like them, they're pretty good. And then we've got a classic album, and we're going something a little bit modern for me. It's a band that I really like, because I think, and I like the guitarist Jack White, his White Stripes. He's a clever little so-and-so, I think. And we're going to look at the album Elephant. So that's all coming next week. Have a great weekend, everyone. Hope the weather doesn't turn really drastic, because we woke up this morning with a bit of snow, which confused Rocky. And we've got beautiful blue skies now, so hope it's going to be a good weekend. So I will see you all Monday. Take care for now.